Good morning, it's Mr. Lagarde, and today we're going to talk about making a path animation. So you'll notice here I've created a airplane, kind of goofy looking airplane, a cloud, and the sky. Now the only thing I want to go over with the airplane is when I click on the airplane, you'll notice that the point of moving the airplane is right in the center, the green dot, that's what moves it, and sometimes you have to move. So let's look at the cloud for a second. Let's select one node on the cloud and then do Control A to select all of them. And you'll notice that the green dot is not in the center of the cloud. So let's move the cloud over now. So it's on top of the green dot. And now we can grab the green dot and move it back where it goes. You'll see in a bit why that's kind of critical. The next thing we want to do is create a line or a beeline or spline to have the airplane follow. And I screwed up. So let's create a beeline to follow. Make sure you have only the line and not the fill. And then let's just take a second here and round out the path. Okay, and let's name it path. And we want the cloud at the bottom, the sky at the bottom, so that's all good. Okay, so now we have to take our plane and we have to place it inside of a layer. So let's put it inside a group layer. So inside the group layer we have the plane, and now let's click on the plane and let's add a new layer, transformation, and a rotate. Okay, so we have a group, we have the plane. So now we want the plane to follow this path, and we want the angle, first of all, to do that. So we click the group, we hold down Control, or on a Mac command. Then we select the rotational handle, still holding down Control or Command, select the path, and then select the line and say Link to Spline. And you'll now notice the plane has changed, so its angle is equal to the line. Now we're going to follow that same process, but this time we're going to use the control point. So again, start with the group, then the plane, select, still holding down Control on PC, Command on the Mac, select the path, and then again link it to the spline. So now we should be able to go to our animation command. In each one of our keyframes, if we move it along, it will create a path. Now crazy, my plane's on the opposite side of the spline. So now we can turn off the path so we won't see it. Okay, the last step here is obviously my plane is going backwards, so if I just go to the rotation, flip my plane over, and then it'll fly on the path correctly. Now when I'm all done this and I want to render it, remember I'm going to render it to my desktop as a PNG. I want to do the maximum number of frames. So in my case I have 96 frames. And I can render. Okay, we have the airplane animation, and so I want you to create a super simple path animation, just with a plane, be whatever, one layer, and then I want you to go ahead and try something a little bit more complicated. In my case, I have a bee that's going to fly up and buzz up to a flower. So 2 parts to your assignment: one, a super simple path, and then one, a more complicated one on your own. And if you'd like to do just the plane for your first one, I'm okay with that. And so I want you to create a super simple path animation, just with a plane, be whatever, one layer, and then I want you to go ahead and try something a little bit more complicated. In my case, I have a bee that's going to fly up and buzz up to a flower. So 2 parts to your assignment: one, a super simple path, and then one, a more complicated one on your own. And if you'd like to do just the plane for your first one, I'm okay with that.